morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures, etc. And I'm really glad you're here today. I am going to share with you some of the things that my husband and I have picked up at the various antique shops and thrift shops that we visit. So the first one is this little golden book here, and it didn't come from an antique shop. We went for a walk on the Centennial Trail, which is a really nice paved trail in the next town. And in the park where it started is one of those little neighborhood library boxes that you see sometimes. And the deal is that you take something and you leave something. So I spotted this. It was right near the restroom, and as I was coming out of the restroom, I spotted this in that little library nook. And I just happened to have a book in my car that I wanted to trade for it. So isn't this adorable to make a little golden book junk journal? It doesn't have the barcode on it, and the copyright, this was 1977, so it's in super good condition. So I was pretty excited about that because you just, and it was free. Okay. And our microwave died, and while my husband was trying to fix it, he pulled this little thing out of it. I don't have any idea what it is, but it has a bunch of this copper wire on it, and I did have the end of it here, but now I can't find it. So, oh, here we go. So I can maybe use this copper wire. I don't know if you can even see it. For maybe stringing beads and things like that for dangle. So he saw me looking at it and he goes, "You want that?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" So anyway, little things around the house. So we went and we decided to update our go bags. And one of the things that we wanted to do to prepare for an emergency is to designate an evacuation spot or a meeting spot as part of our evacuation plan. In case we get separated, we wanted a place where we could meet. And so we picked a town kind of on the way to like the mountains area or whatever. And in that town, there happens to be quite a few antique shops and thrift stores. So we stopped at one, and I found these patterns, these little packages of patterns, and this one was $1, and there are 4 patterns in here, and this one was 50 cents, and there's 2 patterns in here, and I haven't even opened these, so let's open them. And I have seen patterns, vintage patterns in antique stores for like $4 a piece. So, of course, I had to pick these up. Where's the opening? Oh, here we go. I've been deliberately waiting to open these until I could do a video because I wanted to share with you what was in them. So I thought, how cute is this? Because for my Drama Queen junk journal, there's a section on dance, and I just thought that these would be so cute to make paper dolls. And then these little girls with their ice skates, and I mean, these are just absolutely adorable vintage patterns. And I paid $1.50 for them. Won't they make great paper dolls? So I got those, and then also I got this box of cards for 50 cents, and they're all blank inside, but some of them, are obviously thank you cards. But these, I love putting cards in my journals, or for even just, for sending. But they were just so pretty, and I thought 50 cents, man, that's a really good deal. So this particular shop is it's not an antique shop, it's more of a thrift shop. And they benefit the Sherwood Society, or I can't remember exactly what the name of the place is, but they do work for placing disabled adults into jobs. And my youngest daughter works for the organization, so I thought that would be, I feel good supporting that kind of thing. So this little doily was 49 cents, and then a 50 cents for this package of Thomas Kincaid postcards, which I thought would also be nice in a journal, and a cute little box that once I use all the cards, I can use the box for something. And then these cute postcards. So I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to stand up so I can make sure that it's not too much of a glare. So I thought this was cute. And it's from 1954. It's a postmark. And it's from a ghost town, Knott's Berry Ghost Town in Buena Park, California. But I just thought that was fun. And then this one is for making Belgian lace. It shows somebody tatting, making the lace. And then this one from the Chinook Motel and Tower. And the postmark on this is 1965. So I just really love finding postcards with, you know, with actual writing on them. So this whole haul was so good. It cost $3.05 for all of this. So how fun is that? Well, that was on the way to where our meeting spot was going to be, and we had decided to stop at this little place to have breakfast. The breakfast wasn't very good, but this little store that was next to it was great. So when we finally got to our destination and figured out where our meeting spot was going to be, we also visited quite a few of the antique stores in that area. And so I'm just going to share with you some of the things we found there. So picked up this doily because I like how you can separate some of the little the edge pieces into and make little individual doilies for embellishments in junk journals. So that was all of 79 cents. And then same with this doily. One of the things I look for when I'm choosing doilies or when I'm buying them is how easy are they to separate, because I really like being able to get a lot of use out of one doily. And so I could get 12 of these big circles, and then there's also 6 of these smaller ones. So I thought this would be really great too, and this is 79 cents. This stuff all came from a St. Vincent de Paul thrift shop. This book is just absolutely full of beautiful, beautiful photographs that can be used like as centers, signature centers. Can you see that? Here we go. Aren't they pretty? So, I mean, I'll probably never use all of them, but it's just so beautiful that I just had to have it. And then also this book, this vintage book on sewing efficiency, and it has a lot of cool illustrations in it that can be used in junk journals. Just, I love all the little stains and stuff on the pages, so I think this will be fun. Look at this, isn't that adorable? Lots of great ideas for journal cards and tags. These pages can easily be inserted into a junk journal, and I even love the cover, so maybe I can figure out a way to use that. This book of needle arts, which I think is also great and can be used in so many different ways in junk journals. Oh look, there's even piece of, I don't know if that is from another book or whatever, but it's taped in there. So anyway, I love finding books like this that have lots of pictures, lots of illustrations, and sometimes you find even, you know, different kinds of surprises in them. So I love this. And all these little dolls, and so cute. I even found out I already have, this is how sad this is. I already have 2 of these books. One of them is I've used a lot of the stickers out of, and then I saw one at Costco, so I bought it so that I had more of the same stickers. But this was at that St. Vincent de Paul thrift store, and it was brand new. So I've only taken 1 sticker out of it so far, and I've, put little bookmarks in for the rest. But, for $3.99, I think is what this book was. Yeah, $3.99. How could I resist? So that one had to come home with me. And then there was another little antique store that we went to in the same area. And this one has this beautiful National Geographic magazine. And the reason I fell in love with it was because of all of these illustrations of birds. Now, being a bird lover myself and loving to use these in junk journals, I just had to have it. And it's just this whole section of birds. So I just immediately picked it up and figured it needed to come into my collection. But this was really a cool find. This is a 5-year diary, and it's written in all the way through almost 4 years consistently. I did a little research, and I read through this, and at least some of it, and it was kept by a man who was an artist, and a local artist, and he talks about where he sold his paintings and what he was working on all the time, where he and his wife went on vacation, and he said he'd rather paint than be in Hawaii on vacation. So the handwriting isn't very good, but I thought, this might be fun to use for, if I ever teach myself how to do digitals, this might be fun for some backgrounds. And I found his wife's obituary. I didn't find his, but it talks about how, she was preceded in death by her husband. And it turns out that the house that they lived in, he built, and they lived in it for like 50 years. So I just thought that this was really kind of an interesting, glimpse into somebody's life and all of the work that he put into his paintings. So I thought this was really fun. And then there's this. This is another little antique store that we went to that was a local one. And I just had to have this postcard with the ostriches on it because I love ostriches. And it was written on the back. It's from 1910. And this is the kind of stuff that I just love to put into junk journals as a little surprise. And then she also had these German vocabulary cards. And I've used some of them already in some of my flow journals. So there's like, 1,000 in here of these little German vocabulary cards. Just fun little things to put into a journal just for a little surprise. They can be added to collages and things like that. So I thought that was a really fun find. And you just never know what you're going to find when you go into some of these shops, and how fun is that? And then the last place that we went, I found, first of all, this scrapbook page full of old photographs, if you can see it. But it's not just photographs on one side, it's photographs on both sides. So if I can figure out how to get these off of here, these would make great digitals. I can copy or, scan them and copy them and use them in my junk journals. And I just love these scenes. They're so happy. It's just a really, everybody just looks so happy, and there's just such joy in these pictures, so I just had to have that. And then I also found these 2 little needle books, and I like to use these in my junk journals as well. But this was my favorite thing. This is a scrapbook. I mean, look at this cover. It's just gorgeous. But it's from the 1800s. I'm sure you can see this. And it's just full of little cards and advertisements and calling cards. There's a little poem. So how cool is this? Now, calling cards, I don't know if you're familiar with what calling cards were used for. When people would go visiting, because of course there were no telephones or texting or anything like that back then, they would leave the calling card, and then whoever answered the door would take it to the person that was being visited and say, you know, Miss Louisa McClellan is here to see you. And if the person wasn't home because they couldn't check ahead of time, then they would leave the calling card so that they would, you know, that person would know that they had had a visitor. So it's just full of stuff like this, little awards. I just get so excited when I find things like this, because how fun. Just a real glimpse into the past, and this is probably one of my absolute favorite things that I've found. That was our day from going to find our meeting spot for our evacuation plan, and in the process found all of these wonderful junk journal fodders. So today is Thursday, and I thought, you know, it would be really fun, I don't know, I hope you think it's fun, to share my thrift hauls on Thursdays. So, and you know, we try to visit thrift stores if we're in a new town or we're out and about doing things. So we like to go to thrift stores and various antique shops and things like that, and just kind of browse around. And so I thought it would be fun to share these on Thursdays and make it Thrift Haul Thursday. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll come back next Thursday for my next venture into the thrift stores and the interesting and fun things that I find. And so if you did like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed. And always let the serendipity find you. And how serendipitous is this? So this is why serendipity is my favorite word. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day crafting, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.